Hey there! So welcome to your Pilates ring, fitness circle, whatever you want to call it, little quickie workout. So this one is all going to be supine, so meaning laying on your back. We are doing 8 different moves, 45 seconds each, then 15 seconds rest. If you want to do it again, do it again. If you want to do it later on today, give her. All good, okay? So I'm going to come over to my mat. I honestly love doing ring stuff barefoot. Totally up to you, just a preference, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a little bit of internal warming up. This might be new to you, okay? But this one is going to be sort of a breath of fire a little bit. So I'm gonna put my hand on my belly. I'm gonna turn sideways just to show you. So you wanna sit up nice and tall, okay? Take a deep breath in. When you breathe out, pull your belly button in towards your spine. Breathe in, let your belly push out. Breathe out, pull your belly in. So you can see there's a subtle movement with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe out, you're gonna feel your belly button pulling to the back of your spine. Imagine pulling it to the back of the spine and then slightly up towards those ribs. You're gonna notice that your tail tucks just a little bit, okay? This is an important internal action. Inhaling, exhaling. See that action? This is an important action to fire up those abdominals, to fire up your inner fire, your core strength. So let's go ahead and do 5 more of those. Breathing in, breathe out, pull. You can breathe out through the mouth. In, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. And then relax. You can honestly just do this breath. So that was a slower breath of fire, but you can honestly just do that breath every day and work your transverse abdominals, work all of your abdominals. You don't need to do crunches till the cows come home. Focus on your breath, okay? So let's move it down to the ground. We are going to start. I'll show you the first move, and then in between each rest time, I'll show you the next move. It's all quite simple. So the first one, we're gonna have it in between our legs. You want it to be not on the knees directly, just so I'm slightly above my knees. My feet are going to be about wider than hip distance apart, about shoulder distance apart. Palms are gonna face down, shoulders drawing back. Think about that exhale pulling in, especially when we add our leg lifts. The first move is lift hips, squeeze, lift legs, squeeze, lift hips, squeeze, lift legs, squeeze. All right? That is your very first movement. Then we'll move all through our next 7 movements, all laying down on our back. Get ready, get set, go. Hip lift. You might notice that your circle might want to fly away on you, and if it does, that's okay, don't worry about it. Give it a little bit of a squeeze when you lift, squeeze, a little bit of a squeeze when you lift the legs. Good. Just breathe through this. So we want to focus on not speed, we want to focus on control. Keeping that ring right where it is the tricky part, but it's a big part of your action here. 10 more seconds. Good. Keep going. Woo! Losing it. For the next one, we're going to have our feet inside. So put your feet inside. You can flex your feet, you can point your toes, it's up to you, and we're going to make a rainbow. So legs go from one side together, palms out, so we come down on one side, up through center, down on the other side, and then continue. Go. Go ahead and start. What we want to try to do here is keep our shoulders connected. If our shoulder starts to lift and our whole body lifts, we've gone too far. We're just moving on momentum, okay? Not really moving with control for the core. So we don't have to go low at all. Really want to breathe and control through the transverse abdominals. Relax through the head and neck. It's just stabilizing you here, not doing the work for you. Keep going. We got 10 more seconds. Then we keep our feet in, and we're on to our next movement. You must be doing awesome. Good. Lower down for a second. Take a little breather. Next one here, lift the legs. We're going to lift the hips, or hands can be underneath the bum to give you a little bit of space and lift the hips. Ready? Go. So if you're doing your hip lifts, your hands can create a nice little triangle, and then palms face down, and the butt sits on top of the back of the hands. That one's a really great one to do. Helps to give you, might give you a little bit more sort of low back support, sacrum support here. And then just breathe through it. Super common, we lift the shoulders up and we pull everything up, right? Try and open up, support through your shoulders. Think about lifting through your lower abdominals. Think about lifting through your deep abdominals. 10 more seconds. Breathing, enjoying, noticing how you're feeling. Good. So next one here, release your hands. You can keep them under your bum by all means. I have my feet side by side now. What I'm going to do is turn my feet so that it's on the front of one leg, on the back of the other leg, so my hips are slightly offset. I'm going to lower and lift. Lower and lift. We're going to feel this one like crazy in the front leg. Go ahead and go and start if you haven't yet. And I'm looking at you like I'm so used to just doing the online stuff, and I think, oh, I can see you, I can help with adjustments. No, I can't. If you have any questions though, and you guys are using this one, let me know, and I can help you out. This one is beautiful. Oh my gosh, lower abdominals like crazy. If you feel this a lot in your low back, super common. Put your hands underneath your bum if you like. Take that little mini support in here. I'm just gonna lift my hips to kind of show that action. We'll want to try not to go super low. So we do the same thing opposite side, right? We have it on the front of the left leg now, the back of the right leg. We can flex the feet, we can point the toes, we lower the legs and lift the legs back up. When you're ready, go. Trick here. If you go down and your butt and your, I'm just gonna let my feet rest because that hurts really bad. But if your hips come down and your low back lifts up, you've gone too far down. You've gone beyond your range. Don't do it. That means that you're losing and you're letting go of those deep abdominals. And you're just putting more strain on your body, on your hips, on your spine, on your back, go back. Good. We have 10 more seconds to go. Breathing through this one. Good job. Flip hip. Okay, so our next one here, we are going to raise and lower the legs, but this time our legs are straight here like this, okay? So whenever you're ready, we raise and lower the legs. Good, no hip lift, just control, raise and lower the legs. So I feel it right here, right now. I feel my stomach like crazy. I'm gonna hold this for a couple seconds. Then I'm gonna breathe out, squeeze my belly in, pull my legs back up. Then go back down. Go ahead and start if you haven't already. It's a very continued thing. Breathe through. Woo-hoo. Oh yeah. Now for the next two, we're going to place our feet on the outside here. Okay, keep going. You're almost there. Oh yeah, now we place our feet on the outside and we give it a little bit of a squeeze. And as we're doing that, we're going to do a full body crunch. So we can have our feet flexed, we can have our legs straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten out my arms, straighten out my legs, crunch, and then take it back out. Crunch, and take it back out. Feel free to hang out in your crunch for a little bit, lengthen nice and slow. Put your head back on the ground so that you can get that little bit of a rest through the neck and shoulders where we tend to hold on to more of that stress. And we want to really get into lower abdominals. Breathe through the burn and enjoy. Woo! We're having fun. We got one more. Good job, lower down. So our next one, our very last one is going to be our banana hold. Our legs are gonna be out to where we feel that. Remember when we did our leg lift? I feel it right here, that's enough. Now I'm gonna lift up my upper body and squeeze through those upper abdominals. Either keep my hands behind my head, clasping my fingers, elbows can be in tight to support my neck. Go ahead and start if you're coming out. Arms can be up overhead. If that's pressure in the shoulders and the shoulders lift up, bring your arms wide. Bring your arms in front. So it's almost like a V-type sit, but we're lying on our back. Make sure to tuck your chin, not overly, but enough so that you can get a little mini apple in there. You can take your gaze underneath your circle. Breathe. You're almost there. If you want, you might have the tendency to want to hold on to your legs. If you do, that's okay, but that takes the focus out of the low abdominals. So you decide, and we're holding, and we're done. Wow. 8, that's it, we're done. So you did all 8. How did that feel for you? If it was like, oh, that wasn't so bad, do it again later today. Do it again right now. It's up to you. Either way, that focus down there, you're gonna feel it a lot. And I really invite you to practice that breath that we did at the beginning to help it get out of the shoulders, so you're not breathing this way, and to help it get into the belly. And that will be all for now. See you.